back to my channel. I am Vagisha Mishra and today I am so excited to share my final predictions for Miss Universe Philippines 2020 with all of you. Another reason why I am having butterflies in my belly is because the Miss South Africa 2020 finale is coming to its culmination tonight, and I recently posted my predictions for Miss South Africa 2020. So if you haven't checked it out yet, make sure to check it out. The link is placed somewhere here. And before we proceed ahead, please ensure to subscribe to the channel and also turn on the bell icon so you'll be the first to get notified whenever a video goes live at my channel. Philippines placed consistently for 10 consistent years at the Miss Universe pageant. Now this is something. So this unbreakable streak is something which makes us consider Philippines as a very strong competitor whenever it comes to the Miss Universe pageant. Now talking about the Philippines at the Miss Universe stage usually carries a huge weightage. So when the competition began, I was not very much hopeful of seeing a very promising candidate from the Philippines, but as the competition has progressed, I have seen all the candidates walk and talk in a way that I feel that they are more than ready for the international pageant. And by using the word they, I need to talk about those 3 women about whom I'll be talking about towards the end of this video. So make sure you stay tuned towards the end of the video. And now without further ado, let's get straight into the review. Now let's talk about the women whom I think can make it to the top 16 semi-finalists of Miss Universe Philippines 2020. Starting with Cebu Province, April Smith. Before the competition began, I was quite hopeful regarding the prospects of April at the Miss Universe Philippines competition. But as the competition progressed, I could not see much of an improvement in her overall candidature, because of which I believe that despite of having the potential, she may only end up as a semi-finalist. Next up, I have Mandwe Law Dominic Pigson. I liked her overall performance in the prelims, and she gave a decent performance in the evening gown competition of the prelims as well. So I see her placing as one of the semi-finalists in top 16. Followed by her, I have Baguio City, who gave a great performance in both the evening gown and swimsuit in the preliminary competition. So I see her placing in the semi-finals as well. Up next, I have Skelly Ivy Florida from Biliran. Now, as I have said in my reviews in the prelims, I see her placing in the semi-finals, but I don't find a major drastic improvement in her overall candidature, because of which I feel that she cannot proceed quite ahead in the competition. But she has that black girl charm in her which may lead her to the placement. Subsequently, I see Jen Alexis Elcano from Betanas placing in the semi-finals as well. She was quite well in the ring light series and I see her doing well in the competition. Next, I have Daniela from Bulacan, whose evening gown performance I quite like in the prelims. Now let's move ahead and talk about my top 10 favorites, starting with Acklin Cristel Abalo. She has a beautiful smile and a charming aura which was clearly visible in both the evening gown and swimsuit competition during the prelims. So I definitely see her placing in the top 10. Up next, I have Cebu City Tracy Maureen Perez. Tracy shined brightly in the ring light series and emerged out as a standout in the ring light series. Especially when we talk about the prelims interview, she stood out with her charm and her posture and her composure. So I see her doing extremely well in the competition. Apart from that, she was also titled as Miss Photogenic, so she's somebody who could not be ignored in the competition. Next up, I have Sandra Lemonon from Taguig. Now I have been following her journey very closely since Bini Bini Pilipinas. So I see her doing quite well in the competition because she this time seems more natural, more spontaneous and more confident. After watching her performance in both the prelims of evening gown and swimsuit, I feel that she's somebody who could not be ignored, and sadly I can say that despite of giving very strong performances, I don't see that it factor, the spark, because of which I have not put her in my top 5. In addition, how can we forget Catanduanes Sigrid Flores? Now Sigrid has also competed at Bini Bini Pilipinas erstwhile, so I had been following her journey since very long time, but this time she slayed on the runway both when it came to the swimsuit as well as in the evening gown competition. So I see her doing extremely well, especially in the evening gown part. She was very tempting. And now closing my hot picks with Eliza Milana from Davao City, whom I placed as the winner in my previous hot picks which I posted a few months back. The reason why she has fallen down in my list is because of the factor that she is not able to bring in the spontaneity needed at this point of time in the competition. Despite of giving very strong performances in both the evening gown round as well as the swimsuit round, I feel that she lacked the it factor when it came to the preliminary interview. As much as I would have been glad to see her lead the competition, I was not very much convinced with the way she communicated with the audience in the prelims interview because her ideas did not resonate well with the audience and she lacked that relatability factor which is very much necessary if you want to win any beauty pageant. Needless to say, if she goes ahead in the competition, I'll be very happy because she is certainly a strong candidate. And now let's start ranking my top 5 favorites for Miss Universe Philippines 2020. Now listening the name of the sash Philippines itself is enough for any other Asian candidate to consider it as a threat. What a great show it was and what beautiful ideas the all contestants had to offer in the competition. I completely enjoyed watching the prelims. I will start my top 5 favorites with Quezon City Michelle Gamabao, who I believe has the beautiful command over ideas and thoughts in the way that barely any contestant has. She has the magnetic charm and aura when she takes over the runway, and I personally loved her evening gown performance where she could connect well with the audience with her beautiful eye contact and great stage presence. Her facial expressions are something to die for. The only thing which comes as a barrier for her to win the crown is her fitness. Now she is an athlete and she is fit, but when we are talking about the Miss Universe pageant, the kind of fitness which is required at the swimsuit round in the competition is something which Michelle lacks. Without a good body, Michelle cannot be chosen for the Miss Universe pageant. Had it been Miss World pageant, I am sure she would have still made mark. But when we are talking about the Miss Universe pageant, swimsuit competition is one of the very strong segment of the pageant and that cannot be overlooked. Now at my number 4, I have Paranicule Isabel Yasmil. So after watching her performance in the preliminary competition, be it the evening gown or the preliminary interview, I feel that she was one of the strongest candidates out there. So if she places quite high in the competition, which I believe is very likely, it's certainly going to be natural and expected. I feel that she's one of the strongest candidates when it comes to public speaking as well as evening gown round performance, and no wonder why she was titled as the best in evening gown in the prelims. So all eyes on her. Now at number 3, I have my yet another sentimental favorite who is none other than Pauline Amlings from Bohol. The moment I saw her speaking in the prelims interview, I had her logged in my top 3. She has the kind of freshness in her entire personality, the breath of fresh air, which actually is very different from many other candidates. Even the candidates who are competing for the Miss Universe pageant this year, I believe that Pauline has something which those girls don't have. Something which cannot be put up well in the words, but she has that it factor, the charm which screams an international pageant. Now she also won 4 subtitles in the prelims, so that was something which was very exciting. No other candidate won these many titles. So I am actually looking forward to her performance in the finals because who knows, she may win it all. I like her calm, relaxed attitude while she's answering her pageant questions in the interview, and apart from that, her power-packed performance in the evening gown round was something which was absolutely attention-worthy. If at all I were to point any drawback or any limitation, I think she is a little bit short and she's not very tall, so that is something which serves as a barrier. But other than this, I don't feel that she lags behind. In fact, she's one of the very strong candidates and is certainly giving a run for the money for the other people. Now at number 2, I have Kavitri Billy Heckinson. If you have followed the pageant closely, you won't ask me why have I placed her so high in my list. Billy Heckinson gave a power-packed performance in the prelims, both in the swimsuit as well as in the evening gown competition, and I loved her entire persona, her attitude, that charm, that confidence, that boldness which she brought in at the stage. As I discussed in my final review of the prelims, I feel that she has the very magnetic aura which will actually gain 10 on 10 points for that complete boldness she brought on the stage. I also loved her confidence in the prelims interview because she answered all the questions very spontaneously and affirmatively. To me, she looks like a Filipino version of Zozibini Tunzi, who is bold and fearless and is not afraid to show her real persona. While talking about her bisexuality, I was very impressed because I have never seen a Filipino candidate who has been this vocal in front of the audience. So that was something which was very tempting. She's a perfect choice for the Miss Universe pageant, but will Miss Universe pageant crown her if she wins the Miss Universe Philippines title, because she has the appearance which is very similar to the reigning Miss Universe Zozibini Tunzi. So we shall see that with time, but as of now I see her holding hands with my final favorite in today's final. And now coming to my number one favorite for Miss Universe Philippines 2020, and she's none other than Rabia Mateo from Iloilo City. Now, if you have followed the pageant very closely, you know how excited I was to see her performance in the prelims, and I was very impressed with how she represented herself on the stage. Her overall styling and her confidence scream Miss Universe, and if you were to ask me to name any one candidate who actually looked like the winner that night, it would be none other than Rabia, hands down. The good thing with Rabia is that she establishes a personal connection with the audience, and she talks and connects with the audience in the way that she looks one among them. So this is a very strong factor, and she has a very beautiful, divine and charming face which actually screams spotlight. She has beautiful eyes and she is a very divine candidate. If she is sent to the Miss Universe pageant, I'm sure that she will be a class apart when it comes to facial beauty. The country broke its drought of non-placement in 2010 by sending a Filipino-Indian, Venus Raj, to the Miss Universe pageant, who grabbed the top 5 placement. Now, after 10 years in this decade, I again see an Indian Filipino woman representing Philippines at the Miss Universe stage, and not just getting a placement there but also grabbing the top 5 final spot. So these were my final favorites for Miss Universe Philippines 2020. Do let me know in the comment section what you think about it and who are your favorites for Miss Universe Philippines 2020 title. If you like the video, give it a huge fat thumbs up and share it with your friends who are eagerly waiting for the Miss Universe 2020 Philippines finale. Also, we are very close to 10K on Instagram, so if you're not following me there yet, please ensure to follow me there as well. And thank you for watching. I will see you guys soon with a new video, most possibly Miss South Africa Grand Finale review. So, goodbye.